Hello my dear friends, in this video we will going to learn about a heat exchanger as a control volume. In this case there is a heat exchanger. So first of all I give you a briefing about what is the heat exchanger. So as the name implies that heat exchanger as a device where two moving fluid streams exchange heat without mixing. That means what is that? Heat exchanger. Heat exchanger are the devices where two moving fluid streams exchange heat without mixing. And heat exchanger are widely used in a various industries, right? Very simplest heat exchanger is, in this case we are going to learn, very simplest is double tube, also called tube and tube heat exchanger. What is that? In this it is composed of two concentric pipe. That is, in this there is a two concentric pipe. It is like that. There is a one pipe, and there is another pipe. Here is the another pipe, cylindrical tube, two concentric tube of a different diameter, right? This is have a different diameter and this is have a different diameter. One fluid flow in the inner pipe, in which there is one fluid is flowing like that in, and there is out, and other in the annular space between two pipe. This is your annular space, a larger tube. This is your lower one. So other fluid is flowing in this. This is a fluid flowing here. So one fluid is flowing like that in this annular space. Fluid, right? This annular space, the other fluid is flowing. Heat is transferred from hot fluid to the cold fluid, in which if there is a hot fluid, if this is a hot fluid and this is a cold fluid, so heat will transfer from hot fluid to cold fluid. The heat will transfer from hot fluid to cold fluid through a wall separating them. Through a wall, there is a wall. This is the wall. That means wall of inner tube. A inner tube of a wall, there is a separating wall. Sometimes the inner tube make a couple of turns inside the cell to increase the heat transfer area and the rate of heat transfer. Sometimes the inner tube, see, there is a sometimes the inner tube is like that. It is like turning over that. There is a turning. Alright? There is a turning of a tube. Why? Because to increase the heat transfer rate area. This is a turning. Right? This is your inner tube. This is a turn over that. Right? In which the fluid is in and fluid is out. Right? So it is hot fluid, so heat will transfer. It will transfer. It will transfer. Why? Because turning. Why? Because it is turning to increase heat transfer rate. To increase the heat transfer rate. Right. So with the help of this, we are going to solve this question. There is a heat exchanger shown in figure, as this is not cut, as shown in figure, is used to cool an air from 800 Kelvin to 360 Kelvin. Both state 1 megapascal, and coolant is water. What is the coolant? That means what is say that air is cooled by water in a heat exchanger, right? That means air is cooled. So this is the used to cooled an air cooled from 800 Kelvin to 360 Kelvin. The coolant of water. What is the coolant of water? Water is the coolant, which is water flow at 15 degrees centigrade and 1 megapascal. If water leaves as saturated vapor, find the ratio of flow rate. That means in this case, what is question will ask that what is your flow rate? That means mass flow rate of air to the mass flow rate of water is what? This is your question. Mass flow rate of air to the mass flow rate of water. Now let us, this is your heat exchanger. This is your heat exchanger. It is like that. Let us consider this is your heat exchanger. This is your heat exchanger, in which, let us consider this is your heat exchanger, in which there is a one inlet and one exit, from which there is in, there is out, and in is water. How much? 15 degrees centigrade and 0.1 megapascal, right? Exit is that saturated vapor, according to question, saturated vapor. That means what is that? X is equal to 1 and pressure same 0.1 megapascal, and what is that? Right, this is given, right? And there is a multiple pass tube. There is a multiple pass tube like that. There is a multiple pass tube, right? This is your multiple pass tube. This is your multiple pass tube. This is your multiple pass tube, right? In which this is your inlet and this is your exit, right? Now in which there is air is in. This is your air and this is your exit, and air is, let's suppose, at 0.1, exit at 0.2, water in at 0.3, exit at 0.4. So air at in, what is the condition is given? 800 Kelvin and 1 megapascal. Leaving 360 Kelvin and constant pressure 1 megapascal. Okay, and this is saturated vapor. Now in this condition, to find what is the mass flow rate of air divided by mass flow rate of water. This is ratio is what? Okay. Now there is a multiple inlet and multiple exit. So for that, what is the mass balance? Mass balance. What is the mass balance? What is the mass balance? M1 is equal to M2 is equal to M of air, right? M of air, and M3 is equal to M4 is equal to M of water, right? This is right. Why? Because under steady operating condition, under steady operation condition, under steady condition, the mass flow rate of each fluid stream, flowing through a heat exchanger, flowing through a heat exchanger remains constant, right? So what is the mass flow rate at in is equal to mass flow rate at out of air, and what is the mass flow rate of in, and what is the mass flow rate out of for water is same. Now apply first law of thermodynamics. Now first law of TD for steady state steady flow equation. What is that? Heat transfer into the summation of all mass I HI plus VI square by 2 plus ZZI to what is the work plus summation of all the mass exit HE plus VE square by 2 plus ZE, right? So if we take this is our system, control volume system, take this is our control volume system. So there is no any heat transfer through that. So there is no any heat transfer, only heat transfer in between. Only heat transfer in between, right? Between the air to the water, no out from the heat exchanger, right? So we assume that there is no heat transfer taking place outside from the heat exchanger, no change in kinetic energy, no change in potential energy, right? So what is in here? Mass of air into enthalpy of air. What is in air? Mass of water, enthalpy of water in is equal to mass of air, enthalpy of air exit plus mass of water, enthalpy of water at exit, right? This is your equation. So for that, mass of air into what is that? This is your H1 inlet, air inlet at 1, right? So this is your H1 minus H2 is equal to mass flow rate of water H4 minus H3. So from here you can easily find out that mass flow rate of air divided by mass flow rate of water is what? H4 minus H3 divided by H1 minus H2, right? Now here what is H4? H4 is saturated vapor. So from water table. What is H4? H4 is HF, saturated vapor. How much temperature at, how much pressure at 0.1 megapascal, right? What is H3? What is H3? H3 is a liquid water. That means H3 is this is Hg, saturated vapor, Hg, and this is saturated liquid, so HF. How much? At 15 degrees centigrade. So you have find this one value and this value, and H1 minus H2, it is from air table. Air table. Why air table? Because temperature difference, this is the temperature difference of air is, see, 800 to 360 is of air temperature difference is large. So use table instead to considering constant Cp and Cv for air. Right? If the temperature difference is high, so you find according to table. So this is your how much value? This is your 0.1766. Okay. Now if the question is like that, in the question it is like that, what is the heat transfer? What is the heat transfer from the air to water? What is the heat transfer? Question is like that, what is the heat transfer from air to water? Why? Because air to be cooled, air is passing from this tube, this is air, so this is air, in this there is air. If you take this is as a control volume, not heat exchanger, only tube is taking as a control volume. Tube is taking as a control volume. Tube is taking as a control volume. So if the tube is taking as a control volume, so what is the heat given to water? That means heat added to water in is the same as a heat transfer by the air out. The same. Why? Because there is a water, in this there is a water. So what is the water heat in is the same air out. So take heat transfer to water. So heat added to water is positive. What is heat added to the water? W dot in plus what is the energy into the water? Mass of water and H3, because H3 water is in. What is out? Mass of water, H4, right? Because there is a water tube, there is a water tube, right? So this is your in water and this is your out water, or in is H3, out is 4. So heat is into the water, in, and H3 3 point into the water and 4 is out to the water. So from this we can easily calculate heat transfer to the water is nothing mass flow rate of water H4 minus H3. And what is the H4? H4 is, you have H4, you have H4, you have H4 saturated liquid vapor, and you have H3. So put here value, put here, and to get mass. Now if you have, what is that, if you have mass flow rate of water, so what is that? Here you have a ratio, here you have a ratio only. There are two unknown. What is the mass flow rate of air? What is the mass flow rate of air? So we can find mass flow rate of air here. What is the mass flow rate here? It is given or not? No, it is not given. So there is a ratio is given. So there is a ratio, mass flow rate of the ratio is given. So you find energy balance equation. You find energy balance. So energy balance is what? There is one value is given. Either mass flow rate of water is given and or mass flow rate of air is given. So to calculate heat transfer rate, data given is insufficient. To calculate heat transfer rate, why? Because we have mass flow rate of air by mass flow rate of water is given. We have, there is one, any of this value, that means there is a mass of flow rate of air is given, so we can find mass flow rate of water, put here, then we find. That means data insufficient. Data is insufficient. So any of this is given, either mass flow rate of water or mass flow rate of air is given, then you calculate heat transfer. But the motive is that how to fit a equation. So heat transfer within the system, but there is no heat transfer out from the heat exchanger. So heat exchanger is fully adiabatic. If there is a heat exchanger, so there is no heat transfer to the out from the system, and also it is not develop a work. Only mass in, mass out, but the heat transfer taking place within the system. So what is the features of the heat transfer? Number first feature, no heat transfer, only transferring in between, inside. Number second, no work transfer. So if you say that there is a control volume, so there is no heat transfer. If there is a one tube as a control volume like that, so there is a heat transfer. So heat transfer, so what is that? There is a very important line. So heat transfer in a heat exchanger will depends upon what is the control volume is chosen. What is the control volume of chosen? Heat transfer by the heat exchanger will depend on what we have select the control volume. If we select total heat exchanger as a control volume, so there is no any heat transfer. If we select it one tube as a control volume, so there is a heat transfer. So we can find easily like that. Okay, thank you very much.